Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is AJ from the Paladin Journal, and we are back with more Warhammer today. It wasn't even 24 hours yesterday that I put up my video for the Blood Angels reveals from last week that GW, in its infinite wisdom, decided to do another preview article, and this time they've showed off two more characters that we're getting for our codex relaunch. Now, an important thing to note is that one of these characters that they're releasing in a few weeks, one of them is a resculpt as the character crosses over from being a firstborn and now is a Primaris unit. And the other one is a brand new unit that we haven't seen before. However, thematically, it has ties. It has very, very old ties to the Blood Angels army going back more than like 20 years, 25 years even. And, so let's just dive straight into it. And this is what we have. Now, so this guy, first off, this guy is our new Blood Angels captain. As you can see, he is bearing a special chainsword with the chapter symbol on it, and he also has a Infernal pistol, which also has a Blood Angels iconography on it, which is pretty damn good. Overall, just looking at this model, the first time I saw it yesterday, I have to admit I was blown away. I wasn't expecting this level of Blood Angels drip on a Primaris character, and I am surprised as hell that they have gone ahead and come out with this guy. Sure, we've had Lamarties, we've had Astorath, we've had Mephiston, even Dante, but for some reason I'm thinking personally that this is a huge step up for the army. It takes away from the generic aesthetics of the Blood Angels that we have seen for the last few years since the Primaris came out, and he goes in a very special direction that I wish more of the range had already done so. Like when I talked about the new Death Company last week, I talked about how they're not really new. It's just a basic intercessor kit, or solid intercessor kit actually, with some new upgrades. And that was very disappointing to see, especially when you have the examples of the special characters right there that we've seen. Dante again, Dante, Mephiston, and the new ones, Lamarties and Astorath. Those guys have special Blood Angel stuff all over them. And for some reason, they decided to take it's a really, really good Death Company Marine Jump Pack kit or the Death Company Marine Foot kit and transition that over to the Assault Intercessors and the Jump Assault Intercessors, and just, it's like, oh yeah, basic guys, very basic upgrade sprue, just one special weapon, just a bunch of shoulder pads, some new heads, and that's pretty much it. That was, again, extremely disappointing, and I am blown away by this model. Of course, there's a special aesthetic appeal to all the firstborn units that we've seen over the last like 25 years. Whether you look at the old Marnius Calgar or Darnot Lysander, and so many other characters. The old Dante, the old Ragnar Space Wolf, or Ragnar Blackmane, the old what's his name, the Logan Grimrod, Chapter Master of the Space Wolves, the old Azrael for the Dark Angels, and so many more. Those guys, they all have a certain amount of drip on them, and a lot of the characters in recent years for Primaris, they've been missing that. Sure, you've had some new ones like the new Belial, or of course, our own Blood Angels characters that we've seen, but there has been something missing. And this guy, he is very true to form, because it's not just about what iconography he has on his armor. It's also that he has actually sculpted armor on him. Like, you look at his chest piece, the entire thing, it is extremely reminiscent of the old Sanguinary Guard. They're probably getting redone. That's the rumors going around. And the old Blood Angels Tactical Squad kit. That's the kind of chest pieces those guys had. It doesn't go far enough, in my opinion, because it's just a blood drop on the front with some sculpts. So if maybe there was an Aquila or something, that would have added to it. But I am very happy with this. And even if you look close, there's some more iconography on the belt, and a bunch of vials and stuff. There's a sculpted, it's called a polane, the armor piece just below the knee. That looks special. And of course, his shoulder pad, the one that you can see here, the left one, it looks really good. We've not had an overly sculpted shoulder pad like that in quite a while. The only ones I can think of are the old ones from the Vanguard veterans, or maybe even the old Sternguard kit. I'm not sure, but yeah, those are they have sculpted angels or wings or something that they go beyond the framing of the shoulder pad itself, and that is really good. It marks him as really special. And if you look at his the left below his left knee, the left leg, the way it is sculpted, that's also reminiscent of an old model, actually. So that's like pretty damn good. And of course, he has a cape, which is like, yes, of course, I'm gonna take that. And here we have some more views. They do mention in the article that he's gonna come with posable arms, which of course, they mean that his right arm, it can either be up here, as you can see on the bottom two characters, or it can be pointing straight out. That's good. Two arm variants on the left side, one holding a weapon down, as a brandish it, one holding the weapon up, and of course he has a power fist as well. So you can see the kind of options you get. You get a chainsword, you get a bolt pistol, you get an inferno pistol, a heavy bolt pistol, and that one looks like it's some kind of a. Oh wait, no, that is the inferno pistol. Let's go back. Yeah, that's just the inferno pistol, I guess. And of course, the power fist, of course. So that looks really good. And again, going back to old aesthetics, if you look at the bottom right, the bottom left of the screen, you see the guy in the golden colored miniature. That guy, the variant on the shoulder pad right there, it is extremely reminiscent of the old model for Captain Tycho. And, he is a character, a captain model that came out like 25 years ago. And, he was like really special at that time. He was all in gold and everything, just like this guy, although his gold was a lot more bright and everything. But this is a really good callback to that, and I'm like, just wow, the options you're gonna get in this kit, I think they're going to be fantastic. Like this is the kind of thing, this is the kind of kit where you can buy multiples and you can do so much more with the model itself. And I'm very sure that the arms are going to be completely separate. So the way how it looks, and you have the choice whether you want an iron halo on the back, like coming over like that, or just not have it. And of course, it comes with a Sanguinary Guard style helmet, which is again, it's really special. I think they have knocked it out of the park with this model, and it just goes to show again, they could have done so much more with a new Death Company kit. And it's not like it wouldn't have made financial sense for them. It very much would have, because Death Company are such an integral part of the Blood Angels lore. You come out with a new kit, Primaris sized, with all the appropriate details and all the weapons and everything on it, and people are going to buy a lot of those. I myself, I would get 2 of them to start, and just go from there. Build 20 of those guys. I have 20 of the old Death Company, and I bought like 10 more or 15 more or something. So I have quite a bit, and I have an extra kit completely unbuilt, waiting for something. I don't know. Maybe I guess buy the new Dead Company, or not the new, buy the Assault Intercessors kit, and just do my own conversions there, or what have you. But anyways, so that's the new Blood Angels captain. He doesn't currently have rules because this guy has an Inferno pistol. An Inferno pistol is a weapon that is only used by the Blood Angels. So this guy will most probably have his own data sheet in the new book. And even if he doesn't, there might just be an addendum sort of thing, like what Black Templars have, where they can add what is it? They can add multi-meltas to their tanks at an extra cost. So it could be something like that. We don't know. A lot of this is up in the air right now, but I can tell you that people are super freaking excited. I'm super freaking excited. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Again, look at the backpack, right? It has a sculpted blood drop on it. There's a room for an iron halo, and there's a cape, of course. And it's flowing back. Generally, what GW likes to do is the robes are just like, they fall flat in the front or they flare a little bit backwards. But this guy, his is just flowing way back. So, it's like showing you that, he's perhaps standing somewhere where it's really windy or something. So, again, adds a lot of dynamism to his pose. And I hope that cloak is, a completely separate piece. And I'm sure it's going to be in high demand. So anyways, let's look at the second character. This one is a little bit more mixed, I have to say. So here we have the new Sanguinary Priest for the army. He does look quite good. A really nice pose for him. He has a nice chainsword. He's got the Narthesium on one arm, and he has a service call for the drill bit, which I find really hilarious actually. And then he's got all the general bits and bobs and everything you can see on him. He has a full sculpted knee or pollane, whatever that armor piece is called. Although it kind of looks a little bit weird, I think. Wait, let's go back to the captain guy. So if you look at the captain guy, he has a really sculpted knee, but on him, like if you look at that, yeah, that armor actually does kind of look a little bit weird. Because the armor piece with the blood drop chalice, it looks like that thing is entirely flat, whereas I'm very sure on every Primaris character I've built or unit I've built that is in the regular power armor, the knee is completely separate, like sculpted. So that's actually kind of interesting. But again, anyway, you can see that on his belt he has another chalice with a different symbol on it, which is really good. Got a bunch of vials and everything. He does retain his cape, so that's good. The shoulder pad, I'm not as much a fan of. It just doesn't look special enough. But I mean, again, you get options in this kid. You can either give him a pistol, or you can give him a chainsword, and choice of unhelmeted head and a helmet head. So that's also good. I think given my recent experiences painting faces, I think I would definitely go with, just giving him a helmet. And actually, I just want to take a moment since I have this guy right next to me. So just give me a second, and I want to show this Apothecary guy that I have. So this is, I believe, a regular Apothecary, or maybe he's a biologist. He's not a biologist. I think this is just a regular Primaris Apothecary. Let's see. Okay, you stand right there. So if you look at this guy, he's not painted, so excuse me. It's not particularly clear because he's too white. Yeah, it's not very clear. But, I like the model. The regular Apothecary model, it is pretty damn good. I have to say, I'm very much a fan of it. The old one for the Firstborn, it looked a little too basic, right? A very static kind of pose, and just the arm was like a little bit weird as well. But the new ones, I am really liking these guys, and the Sanguinary Priest. I really like this new sculpt, but I do have to say that I prefer the old one, because the old one, he had a chainsword, which was really special. It was double-bladed chainsword, so and it was very thin. But this guy, he has just a regular chainsword. It's a regular chainsword design with, I believe, possibly Blood Angel's iconography on it. If not, that's gonna kind of suck. But the old one had a much better one. I don't have it to hand. It's in my cases, army cases. in my room. And then on the other hand, so it was like he has a chainsword in this hand, and in the other hand he had an open chalice. So that was a really cool pose. And the Blood Angels upgrade sprue, it also gave you the hand piece to do a chalice of your own on any character or sergeant even that you wanted, which I thought was really cool. So kind of sucks you can't replicate that here. And of course, the old Sanguinary Priest, while the model itself doesn't come with a jump pack, the rules allowed you to have a jump pack on him. Whereas, in the article, they don't make any mention of that here. And apparently on Facebook or something, the Warhammer community team confirmed that the new Sanguinary Priest won't have the option for jump pack, which I think is a huge downgrade. Running him alongside a full squad of Vanguard veterans is really special. Gives them extra AP, gives them a feel no pain save and everything. And, it really ups their lethality and the survival. So it's going to be sad to not have the Vanguard veterans be as useful anymore. So because now you can only really have let's see, you can have a captain with the jump pack with them, you can have Dante with them, and then that's it. Because I think that's all our jump pack characters. Because Lamardis and Astra, they can only lead Death Company. Mephiston, he doesn't have a jump pack or anything, so he can't go with them. And that's really it. Sanguinor, he's a lone operative, so he's always by himself. He doesn't have the leader keyword. So yeah, this is gonna suck, but I'm actually glad that they actually gave us a really cool, decent model. It could have been a little bit better, of course. Like I said, I like the chainsword on the old one better. I like the pose better, but still, I think this one is really good. And again, just goes to show how little you need to do in order to give a model a unique flavor. Again, I keep going back to the Death Company guys. They're really not that good. If only they had invested in a proper plastic mold injection kit, it would have made its money like so many times over in the next 5 years. People would have bought like hundreds, even thousands of those boxes. Those would have sold guaranteed. So, for whatever reason they didn't do it. I'm sure it's not a financial one. Probably just something to do with scheduling or something. Maybe I have no idea. But, at some point in the next 5 years, I guess, I'll just use that as a time scale. They better give us new Death Company because what they're going to give us now, it's just not worth it. And the current boxes, they're going to go out of print very soon. I've heard reports that they're already off the website. I haven't checked myself. But, if you have the chance, go and get at least one of those kits. Trust me, if for nothing else, it has amazing extra bits that you can customize your own Blood Angels, whether it's for 40K or it's for Horus Heresy. And of course, you can just use those characters or sorry, not those characters, those models, you can just use them in Heresy. Absolutely nothing is stopping you. We have the Angel's Terror unit for Horus Heresy, where they're the guys that Sanguinius sends in to do the most grim work using all kinds of terrible weapons and everything. So you can do some kind of conversions there, use the bodies for that, jump packs for that, of course, because those guys can have jump packs. And you can use some of those weapons on your 40K guys and give them some other weapons in Horus Heresy or whatever you want. Heresy is an open field, like it's what Warhammer used to be before 9th edition, I would say. Fully customizable. You can do almost anything. So yeah, that's that. Overall, compared to last week, this week's reveals were absolutely fantastic. Last week was a 1-2 punch of here's the good stuff, here's the bad stuff. This week it's here's the really good stuff and here's the good stuff. So we're like this is like so many levels better than what we had last week. And again, if we stick to what the rumors are, we're also getting new Sanguinary Guard and a new Sanguinor. So that could very well happen next week on Monday with another article. And if anything, my hopes for that reveal, if it happens, I'm not sure if it's going to happen because I think we're already eating so well right now. With all these new characters and everything with the new box. I'm not so sure that we're gonna get some more stuff because when they mentioned in the article last week that, oh, this is just the Death Company, and we'll have more for you guys who like the blood, for the you like the red blood angels and the gold blood angels. We'll have more. The captain could well be the gold they're referring to, because you can paint him up gold. Uh, an official gold colored captain for blood angels hasn't happened in a while outside of Tycho. So that's like quite a long time. But if we do get Sanguinor next week, um, oh man, I really hope it's this model times 10, because the Sanguinor is like so epic a character. It's like his lore aura is more intense than Dante or Mephiston. So we'll see what happens there. So, anyways, guys, that's me with the video. As you can see on the screen right now, I have a bit of a comparison with the models that I was referencing. So, on the left side, we have the old Captain Tycho before he fell to the Black Rage. His Black Rage model is a slightly different one. The most notable difference being that he no longer has the back banner on him. And then, you have the new captain that we're getting. And on the bottom is the old Sanguinary Priest, and then the new Sanguinary Priest. The old ones are amazing models, and I think the new ones are also going to be pretty damn good. They do mark a new way forward for how the generic characters can be redone. So, we might as well see something similar for the Space Wolves when they get their own Wolf Priests and their Rune Priests, and so on and so forth, because, they all have a certain special aesthetic to them, and I hope that whenever that range gets refreshed, that it happens with with the same level of care, if not better. So, anyways, that's me signing off. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out all my social media. And we'll be back soon with another video. There's so much more stuff I want to talk about related to Warhammer. Some of it is positive, some of it is negative, but that's why we're all here. To give you guys to have a really cohesive experience that that takes from everything, and it tries to be a bit more cohesive, so to speak. So, anyways, that's it, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers, bye.